Hello everyone and welcome to the new show Getting to Know Liberty, where I interview teachers so you can know more about them. So for our first guest, drum roll please, Miss Beierman. So now let's go to Victoria Shelton, one of her students, with more about Miss Beierman.
I like Miss Beierman because she is very passionate about her job and her kids, and she's super well-rounded and super kind.
I'm Beierman. I teach chemistry and AP chemistry. I've been teaching for 5 years. I love it. I don't know if my students love it so much, but it's interesting. I love my chem kids who are introduced to it for the first time. They're either petrified or love it or intrigued. And then I have got my AP kids that are very interested into it, so they're looking for a career in science in general. So that's fun, because then I can kind of guide them that way. So I wasn't always planning on becoming a chemistry teacher. I actually was in research for 10 years after grad school. I did teach in grad school, but it was college level. And then I went into research. I worked at several crime labs actually, and thought about forensics, and then ended up in analytical research and kind of traveled the world doing research. And I loved it for a long time. And then about 10 years in, I kind of got restless, and then a friend recommended teaching, and I was like, I'm not teaching high school, but I took a few classes, checked it out, and I ended up loving it and switched about 5 years ago. Science in general was my favorite. I loved chemistry, actually was my favorite class, which actually kind of veered me towards chemistry. We actually made ice cream, which is what I remember from high school, and we do that second semester in this class. My favorite part is the relationships with the students. I love chemistry, obviously, but I have a lot of students that don't like it, but I love watching them grow. I love watching them figure things out. I love seeing what they're doing on the outside. I also love connecting when they graduate and see where they go. And if it's a career in science, great. If it's not, I just love watching them develop and grow as a person. Either be stressed, no, I'm joking, but be stressed or really push themselves. It's the first class they have to take that they've never had to take before. So they're used to biology and stuff. So it's the first time they see things. So I'm hoping with chemistry, it kind of pushes them a little bit more into learning how to study and push their boundaries. So learning more about a science they don't know. And that'll split them one way or the other. Either they're gonna love it or they're not. And I'll get them an AP. By the time we get to AP, it's very much a self-driven class. It's a college level course, so students really learn how to study, to really dig deeper understanding with what's going on. I absolutely love the questions and the discussions. We have a very open classroom, lots of questions, lots of conversations about why things work, and probably one of my favorite classes. It's because that's when those students really start connecting things and start really asking the good questions. So that's probably one of my favorite. It's frustrating when they get frustrated. You know, you want to help them out. You want them to understand. When they get frustrated, you just want to help them. And when you can't get through, it's hard as a teacher. You know, you want them to succeed, and you don't want them to feel frustrated that they don't understand it, that they hate it. But what I love outside of that is that if I can push them enough and get them through that point and they succeed, they're usually proud of themselves for at least pushing through. I have 3 children, and they are ages 8, 6, and 4. I have to think about that. And then I have my husband and I have been married for 12 years. So I'm from St. Louis area. He's from Illinois, so we're local. The kids are crazy, so I don't have a whole lot of time after school because I'm running around with them. So it makes life a little hectic, and they're a little insane like I am. So they're hyper and crazy, but they're awesome. I absolutely love reading. I have a book with me everywhere. It's a very good relaxation for me. It kind of distracts me. So I love to read. I have a lot of friends that read, so we do a lot of that. I also love to be outside, so we hike and we camp as a family pretty much as we can if the weather is good. Hang out with friends, I love to do that. Hang out with family, just stuff like that. I'm probably as anal as a lot of my AP kids or my kids that are trying to find colleges, and I was the same way. I knew where I wanted to go junior year, hardcore. I was afraid I wouldn't have a job or know what I was going to do for the rest of my life. Obviously that didn't work out. I still switched. So if I could go back, I would tell myself it'll all work out and to relax, calm down. There's always a path for you, or you'll figure it out eventually. Heck yes, I would recommend it. It's a great class. I think it's a well-rounded class. Just going through and taking bio, I think that students need a well-rounded science education because I think it opens up the worlds more than you would think. There's a lot in chemistry, even physics and bio that people have never done before. It's also the first time you push yourself, and I think that's also important, is to push yourself and know that you've made it through and not to see it for the first time in college. And if you don't go to college, the understanding or having to work through problems is something you need in any job. I teach because I love it. Seriously, I do. It's a job that I wake up to and don't hate coming to. I look forward to having my students come in, even if they're frustrated. I love being able to help them. I love talking to them. I love watching them figure it out. I love being there with them. I really do.